Hello and welcome to the mill. I am your host, Dusty Crane, and I'm actually just off of the live stream of Jamie's Rolling Realms latest playthrough. I learned a little bit about myself today. Apparently, I do actually suffer a little bit from analysis paralysis because the live stream got to turn 3 and I was still mulling over what I was going to do with my first set of dice. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. So I do plan on playing it. I did watch the whole playthrough and learned how the game was played. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's go ahead and talk about the latest, the April 2020 Stonemaier newsletter, April Fool's Edition. It's called that way for a couple of reasons, but we'll get there. Obviously, the first of all is we got it on April Fool's, right? April 1st, My Little Scythe, Pie in the Sky was officially announced. It is... Jamie's doing the same kind of rollout where he talks about it a little bit each day, and it's officially going to be available for pre-order or to order on April 29th. So we've had 3 days of information releases so far, and they've been little bite-sized nuggets. So I thought we'd talk about them here. On day one, I mean, besides actually learning that, that this product is official, and here's what it's called, Pie in the Sky. We learned that one of the big parts of this expansion, or at least one of the things that they decided to show off first, was the airship Kai. Now, what we learned, named for the creator of the Wind Gambit, Kai Stark, we learned that it's a shared resource, but that it also brings about asymmetry in that the different animal seekers have different powers. So even though it's a shared resource, how one faction uses it will be different than how another faction uses it. So that should be interesting to see. We'll get more information on that as the days go forward, I'm sure. Day 2, Jamie lets us know it'll all fit in the box. That's always the question that comes up, isn't it? Will it all fit in the box? Now, despite the fact that we have a new airship, that it's a shared resource, it does look like the plan for it all along was it would fit in the game tray. And Jamie went ahead and provided some pictures. I actually posted one of the copy I have and how I store the airship Kai. A little bit different the way Jamie's doing it, but obviously that's good news if you're one of those people that's like, I just tossed the expansion boxes. It'll all fit in the base game box. Day 3, we learned a little bit about the new Seekers. Jamie mentions that there's a painting guide inside, just like there was in the original game, so you get an idea of what these Seekers look like. And we have a pair of Arctic foxes and a pair of owls. So that will complete our My Little Scythe group of Seekers as it is now. So those holes in the game trays container will be filled. So that's what we've learned about My Little Scythe so far. Getting into the April newsletter portion, you may have noticed, or maybe you didn't, but Stonemaier Games got a new logo. It's pretty much the same as the old logo, except for it had cat ears over top of the logo, and I thought it was pretty cute. It was either cat ears or it could have been the Arctic fox. It kind of looks like the same ears that those Seekers have. Either way, new logo for Stonemaier Games, and I'll pop it up there. But also 2 new products. Now, the products are kind of silly, but they are real products. You can actually go to the Stonemaier Shop and buy them. The first of the 2 is chocolate-colored trays for your Stonemaier Wingspan game. So, you have the usual Stonemaier trays that come with it, and you can put eggs in, but since Wingspan was announced, or at least since the accessory, or the little eggs were shown, people are like, those look like Cadbury eggs. Other people have actually lived dangerously and had those little eggs next to the actual resource eggs. So if you're not paying attention to what you're picking up and toss it in your mouth, you're going to need some dental work if you try chewing on one of those Wingspan eggs. So as a joke, and also as a serious product, Stonemaier created chocolate-colored resource trays. So you can go ahead and make sure that the clear trays are showing the beautiful Wingspan eggs, and the chocolate-colored trays are holding your goodies, whatever you want to snack on during the game. So that is a product you can get from the Stonemaier Shop. And the second one is kind of a nod to the fact that some of the games, particularly Between Two Castles and Mad King Ludwig, there's some very small iconography. Now, of course, it's a shared resource, so you're only really, you're not looking across the table at it. You're working with, the person to your immediate left and your immediate right, so it's not a big deal. But as a joke, Jamie went ahead and made a Stonemaier branded magnifying lens, and it's, it's a little, you can keep it near the box or whatever. It's a, flip out. It has a little case that keeps the magnifying glass safe otherwise. But again, it is a real product that you can buy. That's kind of a nod or a gag, April Fool's. Now, here's the really cool thing about those April Fool's products, though. Jamie actually, in acknowledging the coronavirus crisis and how that has affected, everyone globally. But, Jamie has mentioned for Stonemaier fans that have been and supported him and the company, he wants to do something in return. So I think tomorrow is the last day that if you had a significant hardship due to the coronavirus, you can submit a form and ask for some kind of assistance. And the money that's raised from these two gag products is providing gag but very real products, is providing very real assistance to Stoneware fans that are maybe struggling a little bit right now. So I thought that was a very cool thing of Jamie to do. Very kind, certainly. Now, along with that newsletter is always the work in progress chart, right? The red, yellow, green, and we can see, how things are progressing. Now, My Little Scythe got one step closer to completion in that's into distribution. The Tapestry expansion, it was a huge month for the Tapestry expansion because we've turned 4 of those. I say we, but I mean Jamie, Stonemaier, Jamie, Joe, everyone working on the Tapestry expansion, including Team Automa, because that was even knocked out this month. There were gains from art, development, blind playtesting, and solo design. Those are finalized. That's out of there, and it's moved on to graphic design. So Tapestry expansion looking very much on par for being something that's available to us later this year. The Wingspan expansion, the design has been finalized, and it has started solo design. So one step closer for that Wingspan Oceania expansion. And finally, Codename Draw is getting its art done. So I wondered whether or not Codename Draw would fall off as kind of maybe it was just a nod to Rolling Realms, but that is something that's apparently its own thing, and it's very much in flux and constantly evolving. And it was a lot of fun being on that teach and play today. It ran a little fast for me to keep up, but I guess if I was just throwing things at it willy-nilly to have the experience, I would have done a little better there. But what was really cool about it was almost like a live play test even too, because people were saying, hey, I liked this last version of, in this particular game I watched was the Scythe. They were saying Scythe had some changes. And then there was a new one available that Jamie was playing live. Said, hey, I like the one before. So there's probably going to be a V8 coming pretty soon. Not the tomato juice, if you are familiar with that V8, but a version 8 of that Roll and Write available soon, I'm sure, with some tweaks that Jamie learns a little bit each one of these play tests. So if you have a chance and Roll and Writes are your jam, that's what you enjoy doing, check out one of those live playthroughs, or even play online at one of the on YouTube and catch that. It was a lot of fun. I recommend it. If you have any suggestions, toss them in there. Obviously, this is a living thing that changes a lot. So that is what I have for you this week. I hope you guys are doing well. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.